Today I'm going to be sharing with you a deep dive into exactly how I create mood board directions. If this is the first time you're seeing me, today is currently day 8 of building a new design agency from the ground up, documenting behind the scenes in the hopes it answers some of your unanswered questions. I can't believe it's already day 8. It's been a pretty hectic week, and if you're completely new around here, let me tell you exactly where we're up to. We currently have 2 projects on the go. A golf logo, which we're currently developing the logo for, and a £2,000 brand identity project, which we're about to start the mood boarding for today. On a side note, if you're watching this on the 12th of September, then I should have a Designer Boss talk going live today. But there's a problem. The file size that I sent over was too large, so this morning I need to dedicate a portion of the morning to trying to reduce that file size in order for it to go live on the correct date. Oh, and quickly before I go, yesterday we met up with Shirley and she mentioned that we might be able to potentially be a guest speaker at the workshop that she's performing in Dubai. Now, I wasn't sure if this was going to go through or not, but it actually successfully has. So we've got a call with Shirley in about 25 minutes and we'll find out if I will actually be a guest speaker for her workshop in Dubai, which will be very exciting on Saturday. And we also mentioned we're going to do a mini podcast afterwards, maybe 10 to 15 minutes answering all of your questions on a boat in Dubai whilst the sun's setting. So in the comments below, drop any questions in regards to graphic design, lead generation, and also content creation. Completed the video for Designer Boss. That should be going live tomorrow. Just about to jump on a call with Shirley. Good morning. How are we doing? You okay? Do you mind if I record little bits just to put in the vlog tomorrow? Just like highlights?
Why not? Yeah. And then afterwards I was like, so I met this designer yesterday and he was interested in, potentially if you guys want him, he could be like a guest speaker. And then I showed them your Instagram and I said, like, you're really cool and down to earth. And they were really keen on it.
Cool.
Yeah. And that's it.
So one quick question.
Tell me.
In fact, I've got a few. I'm lying. I've got a few questions. To film my section of it and put it on YouTube, is that fine? Yeah. So that was the first one. The second one is the demographic of people that are going to be business owners.
Some people are just interested in starting a brand.
Yeah, because I think, and I'm basically going to do it around how to humanize your brand through strategy and content. So it's going to be basically linking in the strategy behind it, treating it as if you're targeting one specific person, and then how to create content around it that's aligned with your strategy. Something like that, I think, would be a really cool 15-minute topic.
Yeah, I love that. And that actually more falls into the execution part of it, because nobody thinks about that. They just think, oh, nice design, but actually how do you move it to that?
Yeah. What I found, right, a way that you can get clients that you don't realize is that business owners are searching for specific things. So when I post this onto YouTube, my title is going to be how to humanize your brand through strategy and content. Now, if a business owner is searching for that or comes across that video, then you're instantly perceived as the expert. They'll go down to your description, see your website, and then your website converts them into a potential client. It's like I posted a video on 3 days ago, which was, what was it called? It was how to create a brand strategy that makes people obsessed with your brand. And I got 1,300 views in 3 days. And of that 1,300 people, I've got a call for tomorrow for a 5K plus potential client. So it's like,
so much from
milk the cow till she's dry.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy moly. The nerves are real. Looks like we've got another public speaking event, but this time in Dubai. It's crazy how weird things can pop up when you just put yourself out there, go to new places and try new things, meet new people. Opportunities are everywhere. So I'm pretty nervous for this. This is going to be my second public speaking event. This time, I think I'm going to do it on how to humanize your brand through strategy and content creation, because this can be the first 6 or 7 Instagram reels for the new non-stop page. Now, the idea is to have little sections in there that are going to hook people that are starting their own brands and make them really realize about how important strategy is, and also how they can then create content in line with the strategy that's been created. And then if they see value from that, they'll click on the page, click on the website, and then the website can convert them. So this is a big thing. I'm also going to put it on YouTube, and it makes a banging title. So if you see a title that says I performed or I was a guest speaker in Dubai, then yeah, you know what I'm playing out there. I'm trying to get the views up because we're putting the grind in. It's 2 o'clock today. We've sent off the video for Designer Boss Bundle, and we've also just had the call with Shirley. So we need to get this mood board done. But this series, I'm enjoying filming this. It's getting exciting. How do we best approach the direction of a brand identity? We approach it like a Venn diagram. Now imagine we have the client's needs on the left and the client's wants on the right, and the overlap in the middle is our mood board. We need to sensibly decide which of the client's wants are in line, aka overlap, with the client's needs. It's down to us as designers to not just create a brand entirely around the client's wants. You wouldn't tell a mechanic how to fix your car, so a client shouldn't tell you how to design their brand. So let's take a look at a real life example. So to start with, let's list out Jude's needs. Now, if you're new to this channel, you're probably unaware what the strategy was that we agreed on.
Trendy males that are set to lead a generation. Brand vision. To set the standard for fearless style and inspire a generation to lead with confidence. As you can see again with the language that we're using, we're really trying to target those young, well-driven trendsetters. Unspoken truth. So the unspoken truth that I've gone for is that hair care isn't just about looking good, it's about owning your vibe and making a statement. From the moment you hit our brand, you'll get it. Our products aren't just for style, they're for living boldly and standing out.
Okay, so now you're all caught up, let's identify Jude's needs. And let's start with the colours. We need bold, high contrast colours. This could be electric blue, neon green, and let's say deep red, because these colours accurately represent confidence, energy, and rebellion. Now let's look at the typography. We want a strong, sans serif font, modern, clean look. Think of these to be a thick, uppercase font, which is going to represent a no-nonsense attitude. And now let's think of the imagery. We want dynamic and high-energy visuals, which could include close-up shots of her, intense gym workouts, music festivals, or you could even have like urban street scenes similar to like when JD Sports do advertisement. And now let's recap the client's wants. Now there are only two things that Jude mentioned that he definitely wanted, and that was Vault Green and some form of Vault represented in his logo. Now if we take a look at our Venn diagram, with the middle being the mood board, does Vault Green overlap with the client's needs and the client's wants? Well, we've got colours, bold, high contrast colours, electric blue, neon green, deep red. Yes, it does. So that's fine, we can include that in the mood board. Do vaults represent high energy? Yes, they do. So we can include that in the logo type. So in this case, we can successfully take all of Jude's wants and put them into our mood board. However, you might have a case where a client wants pastel purple for this brand and it simply just doesn't work.
So if you're looking at the mood board for the first time, you could be completely lost in the images that I've chosen. On the left, I like to include a small description explaining my choices to why I've selected each thing. Now, if we take a look at the top row, we've got bold sans serif condensed fonts. These come across really impactful, which are going to work well for our word mark. The middle row, I've got some examples of negative space logos, which Jude mentioned that he wanted. In the middle of the mood board, we've got a Vault Green vibrant colour palette. At the bottom, I've got some examples of illustrations. Now, I've explained in the description on the left that I like the contrast between the Prime's illustration and the packaging. And then for the Slick Gorilla design, I like the style that they've gone for in terms of illustrations. In terms of imagery, like we mentioned before, we've got fitness action shots, and we've also got some urban street style.
So now the last step is to take it to my Notion portal, go to the pre-designed direction, mood board, and upload mood board document to the portal. Now the client can leave his feedback here. We'll change the date for it to be require the feedback for the 14th. And now I'm going to let Jude know that his mood board's ready. Change this to orange. So now I've got 2 days until Jude's going to provide his feedback, and then we can get started with the brand identity.